Are we live?
We are recording.
Awesome.
All right. So, welcome back to episode 3 of 2024 for the Fresh Crack. And we're going to do a double Fresh Crack.
We are.
Keith brought down a couple, he brought down a couple bottles that we want to do for the Fresh Crack this year.
For 2024?
And one of them is the Little Book.
Yeah.
Chapter 7.
Yeah. So, I'm really excited about this one. We got this one at K&M last year. I've heard really good things about this. So, this is the Chapter 7. So this is the retrospect. This one's kind of unique compared to other little books because it has some really old stuff in it. So just read this off quick. We got an 18-year Kentucky straight bourbon, a 17-year straight bourbon, a 10-year rye, a 9-year bourbon, a 5-year malt, a 4-year bourbon, and then a 4-year rye. So it's a really crazy blend of different stuff, but there's some really old stuff in there. Obviously, this, or I shouldn't say obviously, but a Jim Beam product, Freddie No special, the little book that we did last year, we both really enjoyed, especially the first time we cracked that. And then the Whiskey Advocate that we just got last month.
Yep.
The magazine put the little book Chapter 7 in the top 5 bourbons of 2023. So I'm expecting a lot from this one.
Correct. There's your buffalo water.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Get you a nice crystalled buffalo water.
So tell us a little bit about the JT Meleck, because I don't know anything about this new one.
So JT Meleck is kind of brand new on the scene.
Okay.
I came onto them through TikTok of all things.
Oh, cool.
And won one of their shirt giveaways, which I've been waiting for the shirt to get here. That was coming in a separate little mail order, mail call, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, cool.
So this it's pretty damn dark, but this is a whiskey. This is not a bourbon. This is fine Louisiana handcrafted rice whiskey. You know what I'm saying?
So unique with the rye.
Yep.
Or excuse me, the rice.
Rice. Yep. So barrel aged, 4 years. This was the single barrel pick from the Whiskey Idiots. This came off of I can't think of what the heck it is. That one bourbon thing, that one bourbon shipping site. So this was one of the last ones. I think these are actually sold out now. So if you didn't get one, sorry guys.
Good luck.
Yep, but they have their small batch products always available for order on there.
Okay.
And I think these MSRP right around I think $60.
Oh, that's not
so for a nice
single barrel, yeah.
Yeah. So really nice, and this is their cask strength, and I figured it actually I think hits the comparison perfect. Yeah, they're both 118.1.
So they're right there.
That's why I wanted to put these two against each other. This would be a whiskey too, as well. This wouldn't be a bourbon,
right? Because it's got a lot in it.
Whiskey and whiskey, same proof.
Same proof. So it's something we're trying to do this year is do a little bit more similar comparisons as far as proof. So this is absolutely perfect. You got a pretty good blend with the little book and then the rice whiskey. I've never had a rice whiskey like this before.
That's sake.
I've had sake, but that was when they were doing it in the shot at the bar, you know?
Yeah. So a couple things about this. So it began in 1896 when JT Meleck had the crazy idea to grow his first rice crop on his 20-acre marshland in South Louisiana. Basically, ever since then, 4 generations later, they still grow rice and now have crawfish patties on the same 20 acres as our Uncle John. We've grown a little since then, but we're still connected to the dirt as JT Meleck. So paying homage to the original family member, JT Meleck.
That's really cool.
So yeah.
Kind of a unique looking bottle. I don't know if you guys can see, it's got a big lobster on the front.
I think that's a crayfish.
It's a crayfish?
Because they got crawdad
Okay,
patties.
so it's like a mini lobster.
Yeah, I guess. So try to make this so it works better for you guys so you can see the label.
Yeah, that's a really cool
I wish I could do a close-up of it. There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
JT Meleck.
Yep.
And this is, like I said, hand-selected single barrel by the Whiskey Idiots over on TikTok. I follow along with their content.
Cool. I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe one day we'll get a chance to do a Meleck pick.
That'd be all right.
These aren't available for distribution.
Okay.
Only in like 2 states, Louisiana, Texas, and maybe one other one. But you can get them online.
Awesome.
And I could actually probably look and see what the website is if you want to start cracking them open.
Yeah.
That way I can tell the good folks and they know where they can go find one of these. Not this one, because like I said, I think the single barrel picks from the Whiskey Idiots are sold out, but they do have the small batch varietal.
Nice.
So
That one was easy. I might butcher the next one.
That's fine. You go ahead. Crack her open.
Cracker?
Yeah, crack her. Let her breathe.
Okay.
Let her breathe.
Here we go. Quite on the set, as Ben would say. Ooh, not too bad. Not too shabby.
Best rice whiskey pop I've ever had.
Yeah, right. Fake cork, so -1 for that.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
And then the little book is a wax top. It does have a little pull tab on it though, so that's what makes it a little bit easier for me. If you guys have ever watched us before, you'll see that I always struggle with the corks.
Wax, especially, is your nemesis.
Oh yeah, it's my absolute nemesis, the wax for sure.
Mm-hmm. So we're actually just filming this one real quick tonight before we go do our live thing. So if you're checking this out next Friday and you did swing out, thank you for hanging out with us at K&M tonight. Yeah, this is just our little warm up before we hit the road. But
you want to pour for me first?
Sure, I can do that.
Awesome.
Did you get a cork pop on the little book yet?
No, not yet. It's your turn.
Okay. Quiet on the set. You don't even know what glass it's going in, though.
No, I don't.
Quiet on the set for the cork pop of the little book.
Oh, that was solid.
That was really good. Really, really good.
I would give that like an 8.
That's a good solid score. One thing I always liked about these little books is they just pour so nice. That wine bottle design, there's no like blip, 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 blip. And give her a good little wipe out.
Bless you. You got the plague?
Nope.
That's good.
Nope, I do not. Get a little jigger wipe out. And I haven't even got to smell this Meleck yet. But I don't want to smell it right now because I don't want any false misconceptions about it. Oh. Mixy, 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 mixy. All right, Kiefer, you're up.
Nice.
Just switch the banner over. Fresh Crack Friday.
Oh, cool.
I
like
subscribe, comment, all that good jazz.
Very cool.
I'm gonna go grab a couple light up bottles.
Thank you, sir. Where'd you put the jigger, bud? I can't believe I just caught that. If my wife saw that, she would be really impressed.
Live.
Yeah, live too. I can't catch anything but a cold. So for A, this is going to be for Ben here. We're just doing a little pour, like Ben said, before we're going over to K&M tonight. And like always, I'm going to write these down or I'm going to forget them. Always wipe out your jigger before you do another pour because I firmly believe that it does make a little bit of a difference when you're pouring. Write that down for A. We're using the whiskey journals here to keep track of our tasting notes, things we like, things we don't like. We're going to score these once we're done. I do like this bottle. It does pour really nice. There we go. That was Ben's B. All good, Ben.
We gotta try to pimp up these lighted bottles.
Oh yeah, so Ben's going to get the lighted bottles he's made.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do a couple of these tonight.
They're really freaking cool. Ben got me one of my favorite bottles, Eagle Rare. If you haven't seen them yet, check them out. They are neat.
Yep. So
cool.
All right.
I'm just gonna go left to right, A to B,
okay,
as I always do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really interested for this rice whiskey.
All righty.
As always, we're gonna start with a little smell, then move on to the taste.
So here's your notice to subscribe to the channel. Any chance you guys can, we appreciate the support.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let us know in the comments what you think.
Whatever this one is, it tastes great. My nose is working a little bit. It's 75% of taste is through your nose, so you might be tasting it.
It's like a soft caramel, maybe butterscotchy kind of smell.
Okay, cool.
I like that smell.
My A glass here, I'm not really getting like traditional bourbon smell on this. Getting a little bit of hint of sweet, but not like anything like punch you in the face like strong vanilla or caramel.
Yeah, it's almost got like a butterscotchy, like those butterscotch baking chips kind of
Okay.
smell in the nose. Very, very nice though.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Smooth. This has a little bit of a bite to it. Definitely that proof bite. Obviously at 118, you're going to feel that.
Dude, that's just like straight butterscotch.
Butterscotch.
That's like straight butterscotch
Okay.
on the palate. Mmm. That is yummy, dude. Like that is wow.
Okay. I'm going to say
That's a butterscotch bomb, dude. I'm telling you, that's I'm just gonna say butterscotch. If you like butterscotch, that's gonna be, kind of it for you, literally.
this first one I'm getting just a tinge of sweetness, but it's not like a traditional bourbon sweet.
That's my A glass, right?
Yeah, that's your A glass.
Yeah, dude, that was like butterscotch, dude. Like so much butterscotch on both ends, the smelly and the nose. Maybe a little bit of vanilla with it too. Like a vanilla ice cream with like butterscotch drizzle.
I'm having a hard time pinpointing this one as far as the taste goes. I do like the proof of it. It's kind of right around that 115, 120 like I like lately. A little bit of higher proof. I will say that this A glass to me is a little one note. There's not a ton of complexity.
Yeah, there's not a lot of, but there's a good long flavor with that. Like even after I take a sip of water, dude, I'm still getting that like butterscotch.
Lingers.
Very long
that
linger.
pull, that draw.
But not a lot of like I said, not a lot of other notes to it right off, but just the butterscotchiness, dude, was like just money on it. I'm going on the B. Let's see what we get.
I do like the balance of that A. Just for 818 proof, it's really easy going to me.
818? Man, your words are all discombobulated.
118?
You said 818.
That's because I've been drinking.
Jesus Christ, dude. Getting a skewed review here.
No, it was only a little bit. I had some little of the bastard barrel you made there. What was that, Jim Beam and turkey?
Just a big bastard bitch, a Jim Beam and wild turkey.
Now this B glass smells completely different than the A glass.
This is like wet wood oak.
I'm getting oakiness, maybe a little bit of like dark chocolate sweetness.
Maybe there's a little bit of like a chocolate cherry note on this one.
But definitely some sweetness there. And it's dark in color. That's really dark. You can definitely smell.
I want those two to have a baby.
You can definitely
like a butterscotch chocolate cherry bomb, dude, with a pair of those.
Man.
Like they pair so well.
This reminds me, the smell in that is like a chocolate covered cherry truffle. Like not a cherry bomb,
yeah,
but just that hint of cherry.
Got it.
But definitely like a dark chocolate, oaky. That smells amazing.
Yeah, these are. And there's something at the tail end of that B glass, and I can't put my finger on it. But right off the bat, it feels proofier than the first one to me.
Yeah.
Mine does anyway, and I get a lot of chocolate covered cherry on the taste on that one.
All right, I'm going in.
That came in. Oh yeah, you haven't tasted it yet.
No. Ooh, oaky.
You got a lot of oak.
That is a ton of woodiness. And my flavor wheel has roasted woody. Yes, and yes. Definitely has some sweet. I would say that chocolate covered cherry is on the finish.
Okay.
It's not on that front end, but it's on that finish.
Okay.
My flavor notes, I'm putting complex. It is sweet, but it's not like a traditional vanilla or molasses sweet to me.
Right.
It's like a fruity sweet. I love the finish, the balance. I really like that. A little bit of not, I wouldn't say really spicy at all to me, but I want to say that this is the little book just because that oakiness, that those older 18, 17-year
Gotcha.
bourbons in there.
I'm trying to pick what was on the tail of that B glass.
That is super complex. And what's crazy to me is that B glass, whatever it is, does not drink like 118, not 818.
Yeah, I'd say maybe my B glass drinks more like the 118, and the other one drinks a little bit lighter to me.
Okay. Ooh.
We forgot to say that our warm up tonight was the Evan Williams Master Blend.
Master Blend, yeah.
Master Blend that was
From John.
From John.
From the 12 days of whiskey for the, or 12 days of Christmas for the whiskey there that we did in 2023.
Yep.
And it was a very good pour. So thank you, John. What do you think?
That's all butterscotch. If you're in that mood for butterscotch sweetness, dude, like this is like a killer.
I really like the uniqueness of B. It tastes way different to me. I don't know what it is. And honestly, like I said, I haven't had a rice whiskey in a really, really long time, so I don't really know. And that sake is not aged, right? That's just straight whiskey.
I believe so.
Because that's clear, right?
I believe it. Yeah. I mean, they might let it set or bottle it or whatever, and it's supposed to age in
but it's not going in a barrel.
No. So.
All right. So, do you have a winner?
Do I have a winner?
What are you gonna? So the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna do an A and B, obviously, and then we're gonna score them and actually like do a 1 through 10 score for every bottle we do, and we're gonna record it here in our whiskey journals, and then at the end of the year we'll have our top bottles based on that score.
Right. Gotcha. Yep. So anyway, my second place is gonna be A glass.
Okay.
Just was not quite as complex for me. It came in at about 8.1. I did really like that butterscotch sweetness. After going to the B glass and then back to the A, that's where it knocked it down a few points. I thought it was going to be a lot higher because of that butterscotch sweetness, and I don't know if I have ever really gotten a really heavy butterscotch note like that one.
Okay.
So I went 8.1 on that one, and I think that is the Meleck.
You are right, sir. That is the Meleck.
Okay. Which and then my second glass gave it a 8.5. I think that little book is a very good blend. It's got a lot more complexity, that dark chocolate cherry note with that woodiness to it. Like I said, there's something on the finish of it that's just, it hits just right, but it's got that next kind of level of rolling complexity, but it's not like jumping all over the place either.
Right.
But it definitely has that woody kind of damp wood smell on the nose.
Yep.
And then that translates a little bit on the palate, but not really tanniny, not really woody. I don't think it's overdone. I think they put a nice blend in this to, maybe that malts where it gets that chocolatiness.
Okay.
And
that makes sense.
But yeah, so I went 8.5 on the little book.
Cool. So my glass A, I gave a 7.9. It was like kind of one note for me. Nothing really stood out on that one.
Okay.
Other than that little bit of sweet note, but like what I didn't like about glass A is the lack of complexity for me personally today.
Yeah.
What's that?
The A?
Yeah.
That was a little book.
Yeah. Okay. So
which is weird that we kind of almost went flip floppy.
Yeah. So B, I gave 8.4. I really enjoyed, for me today, whatever it was, that got a lot of different flavor notes on that.
Gotcha. So you didn't pick up on the butterscotch?
I didn't. No.
Gotcha. Okay.
No, I didn't.
Dude,
I did not at all. I really like that. It's unique. It's different.
It is. It was super butterscotchy for me, and the only reason it kind of had that underlying little, that was the other thing with the little book too, that profile, that kind of Jim Beam profile where you get that little spiciness with it, but
Yeah.
not like a turkey spice. It's just
Mhm.
a different spice. That
Yep.
kind of wrung out and kind of set it apart, and that's where I figured that would be.
Mhm.
But again, the little book, the other little book we had, did not follow that profile with all
No,
the
it did
other
not.
toasted woods in it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
but yeah, so we'll get
Both great.
Yeah, I think they're both over eights. They're both easy 8+ers.
Yeah.
For me. So
I gave
and
it a
you're
7.9.
that's close enough.
It was right there. Like I said, like I didn't get a lot of complexity.
It's a C+ though. It's not a B-.
Yeah, I expected more for complexity for
Gotcha.
that one.
Gotcha.
This from start to finish on the palate on the Meleck for me was different.
Okay.
Like I got different flavors throughout on the palate there, so I really like that. To be honest, the little book was less than what I expected it to be.
That's fair.
From what people said, but maybe it opens up a little bit. Both of these might change. Like I said, we're just drinking these right off the shoulder real quick. So maybe if you let them set open a little bit, like we've said, like that could change it a little bit as well. So
Yep. Could have been what we had for, like we said, lunch today. Anything like
Yeah.
that. We were talking about some of the different flavors Keith was getting on some of his bottles at home that
yeah,
he's never really had before.
right.
For those flavors, for those bottles.
This is Evan Williams.
Yeah, that's the Master's blend. I didn't let mine sit around. That was delicious. That was another one that was easy.
But it tastes like Evan Williams.
This could taste like Heaven Hill for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
you can.
delicious. It's
I picked this up and I'm like, yep, that's
like
an
almost
Evan.
like a creaminess to it. It's really good.
Yeah,
It's really good.
So if you can find what was it, Master's blend?
I think those are distillery only, if I'm not mistaken, for the Master's blend Evan Williams. But who knows? You might end up
Very tasty.
getting one in a trade
So
or something.
if you can find a little book and you can find it for MSRP, I would buy one.
I think what are the little books up to now? They're like 120.
No, they were 120 last year.
Gotcha.
These are like 140, 150 MSRP ish, like after tax. If you could find one, I would buy it.
Yeah,
I do. I love the box. I like the bottle. I love the way they taste. The proof is right there where I want it. It is a little unique in that you don't see them every day, but I will definitely be trying rice whiskeys moving forward.
Yeah, I think I'd really like to try their small batch. Their small batch product with that and see what the review is on it. But I think it's a solid one, dude, and it can hold its own with a lot of stuff in blocks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a killer bottle.
And again, you can have that standout thing where you got the right, the right blind and the right battle with it. That's that standout feature of that butterscotchiness, dude, could just for me, I mean, that could push it right through for me in some cases. Today just got overwhelmed by the complexity that this had with all the different stuff blended in and the age, I think.
I would like to try this again after it is opened a little bit.
Same thing with the Meleck, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. We talk about that a lot. That's the only downside of doing Fresh Crack Fridays, in my opinion, is they do change a little bit after they've been open a little bit. So,
which is why we bring them back out and fight them again.
Exactly. So they can definitely change. It's fun to go back to bottles that you've had open for a while and only had a couple pours from. So that's it for today. Yeah. Until next time for the next Fresh Crack Friday.
Yep.
And if you came to see us at K&M, thank you so much for joining us. It's always a good time, and we look forward to seeing you guys again.
Yeah, thank you guys, and thanks Keith for coming down again. Absolutely. Drop a comment, let us know what you thought of this episode and what you want maybe battled back on some of the stuff. Maybe we bring back some of the stuff that we fought last year. These two bottle battles are a lot more easy going for us because we could shoot a couple of them in an afternoon and still get around safely to get back home.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So that's why we're kind of switching up the format with the 2 bottle, but we might throw in a 3 here and there.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see. But subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you made it this far, we really appreciate your viewing. Hit the little like and the little bell notification so you get the little updates whenever we're dropping new episodes. But these go live at noon every Friday, and then the first Friday of every month we are doing a live Fresh Crack show at K&M
in Newark,
New York.
So come check it out. Come see us at K&M. Come say hi.
Around 6-ish.
It's a lot of fun. Even if you just come for a tasting, if you grab a bottle, that's great as well. So,
and if you want suggestions, we're also there suggesting and making recommendations
for sure. So awesome.
Thanks, guys. Catch y'all next time down here at the bar. 100 Proof Whitetails.
See ya.
See ya.